Recorded.
Hello, dear student. Welcome to the class. I'm Professor Shaikh Rahmatullah. I would be talking with regard to personality development in today's lecture. Let me brief you about myself. I'm in the industry and I'm in the teaching for almost last more than 15 years. But before that, I was in various other fields where I worked internationally and domestically within India as well as international markets. So I come with a total experience of 48 years. I have extensively traveled. I've been teaching to the students all around in countries like Russia, in Tajikistan, in Tanzania, in Kenya, in Ethiopia, and other countries like in Myanmar as well. Now, it's my pleasure to talk to you today. There are two requests. First of all the participants who have joined today, please join with your original name. If somebody, I can see someone with Samsung, that's your mobile phone number. Please join with your original name so that we know the participant's name and so on. So once again, join with your name and not with the mobile phone or Android that you are speaking with or joining with. So I see someone with Samsung SM. Please join with your original name. Rest of the name I can see, yes, no problem. It's only one person I see. Yeah, so I can see now, no, none of you. Once again, Professor Shaikh Rahmatullah with you. And please enjoy my presentation. We will be talking exclusively on a very important topic of today's, which is personality development and its importance and all relevant topics with that particular subject of personality development. Anybody who has a question, please raise your hand so that I can respond accordingly. But before that, please ensure that your topic is relevant and to the topic of today's subject. So thank you once again. And here goes with our presentation. I'm sharing the screen with you. One of you can raise a hand and say, yes, I can see the screen. The screen here shows my presentation.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Thank you very much. So it's today's topic, importance of personality development. We all know the importance of personality development, especially in the growth of your career. It plays a very important role because we all have different faces that we put on. We have a face that we use at home for our parents, for our friends, and then we have a personality that is being utilized for the career and growth into your business assignment that you possibly have. So we will pick up and talk in today's presentation purely on the personality development as a career growth. Some of the examples can also be picked up to patch up with your personality that you put before. Example, if you have, excuse me, if you have a younger kid, friends, then you have a different personality to put in front of them. If you have parents, you put up different sort of personality and approach. So let's begin. First, I will give you the introduction that I would be talking as an agenda in today's lecture. And it's a very detailed, so please pay attention. And first of all, in today's talk, I would be talking what exactly is personality development. See, first of all, we need to understand what is the personality development. What are the elements component into it? Then importance, a personality development program or plan that you can talk of. Then we have to look into, in my further slides, I would be talking unlocking the potential for personal and professional growth. We all join for higher education, in our career growth, in our personality growth. We definitely look into the professional growth, because professional growth is where you focus, you look at the goal, and you like to accordingly grow. So that we will be talking, and I would be discussing few topics with regard to that. And why it is important. Why are we focusing on personality development? So what attention has to be paid, we will talk also about that. We will then pick up the components of personality development. What factors, what you need to understand, and what you need to really brush up, polish up, and shine up. So those components we will talk about. And ultimately, all these exercises that we do, we understand in personality development, there are certain benefits, or rather an outcome out of all this work on the personality development. And this is what we would be talking in today's lecture. Also on the benefit in personal life. How do we grow? Then we go how to take steps to develop personality. We all are at certain stage of our life. We are, what I say to my student is, we are all unpolished gems. We have qualities like a gem. If removed from a Mine, it's unpolished. It's only when it is polished, it is in the market and it has a value which is required from a diamond. So likewise, the steps to develop personality is also quite important. And everybody puts his or hard work, her hard work to see that his personality shines up. Right? Then in steps in developing personality, we will at the end conclude with few understanding what's the takeaway from this today's presentation, what would be how you would see as your career growth in putting up personality development in place. So let's begin. What is personality development? This is the focus that we need to pay attention to. And what does that mean? It is lifelong journey for self-discovery, growth, and uh, transformation. So we all are throughout our life, we are students. Anybody who claims that I know everything, he is making a false statement. So the personality development always go on throughout your life. You come across different type of people whom you observe and see, oh, I should add this into my personality. Oh, this was my failure. So personality development is a lifelong journey and not just one or two step like an exercise or something that you say, oh, I've done it, period, I've done it. No, it's a lifelong. It's about understanding your strength. Everybody need to do a SWOT analysis throughout his life. If you join a career, you join a growth, you join in a particular subject to learn, you need to understand your SWOT analysis. So the SWOT analysis will take you, especially strengths and weaknesses have to be looked into. And you learn in personality development with regard to emotions and learning to improve and adapt. As I said, that we all put up this hard work throughout our life. So think of it as a unique puzzle that's a shape that is shaped by our inherited traits, experiences, and relationship. So we learn from our experiences, we learn from people with whom we rub our shoulder in polishing and shining up in of our personality. So our personality is a journey, as I mentioned, and it begins with your inherited characteristic, just as your physical appearance and temperament. Now, we all are born with certain physical appearances. Some are tall, some are fair in color, some are different type of a color. That is all not in our hand. We cannot gain all that. But your personality development is always in your hand. But you need to brush up, as I mentioned. We are all rough stones. We need to continuously keep polishing ourselves in our own approach and in our learning process. We need to develop our personality. But as you grow and interact with others, your personality evolves and become more complex. So sometimes you keep, while rubbing your shoulder, while acting and interacting with different type of people, you learn and you feel, oh, this is not with me. For example, you're grooming. You learn, although I'm wearing a brown trouser, so my shoes should also be brown. It should not be black. If I'm wearing a shirt, then it should be a formal shirt when I'm in my offices, and so on and so forth. These were some examples how the personality evolves and you become more complex in learning. So what is required in personality evolvement is continuous observation and learning. In personality development, you put great effort in gaining new skills. Yes, I give my personal example, and I don't hesitate to say this. When I started my career way back in 70s, nothing was known to us like you are open up to this digital platform and internet. and what you call it, ICE, information and communication technology did not exist. But then we developed these skills because we need to continuously keep growing and we need to develop this skill. In your personality development, most important thing we are told that you de-learn and learn new things. If you don't do that and you adhere to what you learned in your very younger age and you would like to continue with that, then you will not be able to polish yourself. You gain confidence when you talk to people, when you interact, you proact, you gain confidence and become more resilient. We'll talk on this further also. So various experience and challenges you learn and adopt, adding new pieces to your person. Yes, you keep adding. Oh, I have learned from this way. I was not doing that. Somebody wearing a necktie, which type of a necktie to be worn, what type of a shirt to be worn as a more formal, what is more informal. And mind it, dress code plays an important role in your personality development. And I always suggest to my student that whenever you invest anything, whenever you spend something in your personality development, when you spend money, don't call it as expense. It is your investment in your personality development. You polish yourself, you spend money on your good outfits. That is an investment into your growth. People monitor this. People watch at you, say how. So these are all personality development that I'm talking about. Understanding the factors that shape your personality. It could be minute thing, but as you must have read many times, when you go for an interview, the first thing you are told that your shoes should be shining. They first look at your personality. If your shoe is having fairly good shine on it, not chaka-chak sort of a thing, but definitely shining, then they believe, yes, your personality you take care of. There are a lot of good people I've seen. They carry a small tissue paper along with them. And when they reach for an interview, they rub their shoes so that it shines because you are observed first to that. Right, we move further. Your personality is what you make that makes you unique, and it is influenced by a combination of factors. Various factors I've discussed, your personality. See, few things I mentioned in the beginning that's not in your hand, that is genetic. But even in genetic, certain things that you get, you can polish on it. For example, you have a height of 5 feet 6 inches, and you have reached more than 25 years of age. So there is no chance of you growing. But in your personality development, what you do, you wear a long heel shoe. Ladies, young girls wear long heel sandals. So that show them to look taller and not the short height. And so many things. This was just an example that makes you unique and influenced by combination of factors. Key element that contribute to your personality development, and understand the importance of personality development shaping of your life. These are very important that you shape up. For example, certain film actors, I'll give the example, say Amir Khan. Amir Khan doesn't have a big height, but when he shoots with certain heroines, he is wearing shoes that have longer heel, but not visible to us because the heel is inside his soul. Yeah. And likewise. So this was just an example how you can develop, because certain things are not in our hand. Getting a fair skin is not in our hand. It's gifted. It is by your birth, but you can shine up and so on and so forth. Yeah. So what are the components of personality development? Physical appearance, I've spoken on to that. Your physical appearance plays a very important role. How do you look? How do people, when they look at you, are they finding in you an impressive personality? So physical appearance, I gave the example, if you have a short height, then you can wear a long heel, or you can wear clothes. If you are a skinny person, then don't wear too loose clothes, otherwise you will be look like you are being hanged on a hanger, just as I'm saying. So physical appearance need to be polished. Communication skill is another one. Emotional intelligence, confidence, attitude, and social etiquette. These are components of personality. We'll pick up one of them, one after the other in our next slide. So physical appearance, physical features, this includes your height. I mentioned about this. Weight, skin tone, hair color, eye color, nose shape, ear shape, body shape, and body and skin variation. You all know that film actors who work in a movie, they spend huge amount of money for their beautification and plastic surgery. We don't have to do that, but we can adopt certain things wherein if you have too much of white hair, some people love to have their hair look white if they have uh, a full growth of hair. Some, if they have shorter growth, instead of getting into complex, it's now a fashion to shave off totally if you have a lesser growth of hair. And likewise, all these things, skin tone and all that can be done up. Okay. Body language is quite important. How you sit, how you shake hand, how you give your posture is also important in your physical appearance. Then hand attractiveness. In case of shaking hand and so on, you may be knowing that when you go for air hostess or cabin crew interviews, all these important things that I'm talking are taken into consideration. Yes, you should not be having any scar on your body, on your face, and many things. So that is why they pick up the most beautiful and handsome looking cabin crew. But if you don't, it doesn't mean that that's an end of a world. There are people who are so popular. Look at Rajnikant. He acts in so many movies. I'll give personal example to understand more of all this. So Rajnikant, look at him. In personal life, he has a different personality. But when he's on the movie, nobody can believe that he's bald, he's dark, and so on. So he polishes himself. He changes his physical appearance. Of course, he's a celebrity. He spent a lot of money, but we can do it. And I tell you, personal experience, you don't have to spend a fortune for your personality development. A nice shirt, formal shirt with a matching tie. If you go for an interview with proper type of shoes and belt worn on it, you would be a successful person. I tell you my personal experience, number of times. So physical appearance, perfection. Now some people say, I need to be perfect. Forget it. None is perfect in this world. Everyone has some shortfall. And they say those who claim to be perfectionists, about their physical appearance, they are always having a lower confidence. So they may not be totally full of confidence. You have seen people with shorter height, with great amount of confidence. Those of you who were watching some Hindi television program, there used to be a journalist called Vinod Dua. Such a confident person. He was very less in height, 5'3" or something. But look at the confidence that he had. So his negativity in his height, he used it in his personality and converted in his personality development as positivity. So physical appearance is whatever is being given to you by God, accept it and polish on it. Communication skill is very important. Always remember that if you speak a language, I'm talking the verbal language at the moment, body language, I will pick it up. But communication skill, your body also takes a lot of message. And if you speak a language like English, try to speak like a native speaks. Of course, I don't say that you must speak like a native. No, for all of us in India, it's a foreign language. For many of us, English is a foreign language. No matter if you communicate in English at home as well, it's a foreign language for all of us. But, and in that case, we need to polish our pronunciations. Try to spend some time in your communication skill. And also, body language, as I said, they are also very important. How you sit, what you posture, how you raise your hand, What is the movement of your eyes, giving you eye contact? These are all common things that we keep learning from time to time. But this plays a very important role. Likewise, written communication. Now, this is an area which I have observed a lot of our students are not very successful in written communication. Always remember there are certain jargons that you need to use when you write something. You cannot use a language that you use on WhatsApp in a communication. You have to be very much professionally written communication skill. Do not expect GR8 will be understood in an official communication skill. It is okay to write to your friend GR8 is great, or cool, or riz, and all these sort of jargons are not accepted in communication, in written communication. So convey ideas, information through the use of written language, polish on it, learn about writing of good sentences. Do not repeat a message repeatedly, use the same word. All these are communication skill in your personality development. People will put a pat on your back that despite being an Indian, you speak such a wonderful, I'm sure most of us on this platform are Indian. So they really appreciate the language if we speak to a foreigner. Very modestly, I'm sharing, my dear student, when I speak to various English speaking guys, they always say, were you having an education outside India? And I said, absolutely not. This all comes, my dear student, with the communication skill development, right? All right, so we are continuously moving. You are listening once again, those who joined Larry recently. I'm Professor Shaikh Rahmatullah, and we are talking today on personality development. We are now picking up the component of the successful personality development, and we communicated few things, communication skill that I'm now talking. So visual communication, active listening is quite important. What you see, don't hear, listen. You must have heard many a time. Don't hear, because we walk on the street, we hear a lot of things. Some are abusing, some are shouting, some are, that is not of our concern. But listening is quite important, that is relevant to us. And what you talk to someone else also should be something that others should pay attention to. So these were points that are communication skill. We move next, emotional intelligence. The ability to manage both your own emotion and understand the emotions of people. Don't forget, we are all human beings. No matter whatever comes in, with the help of artificial intelligence and so many things. But when it comes to practical thing, we all are human beings. We have our own emotion. We also get angry. We also go under depression. We also feel bored. All these are human emotional. You need to have that emotional intelligence to a grade where you need to empathize with someone, where you need to understand how to handle scenarios. You must have heard of the counselors, the mentors. What are their roles? They use this emotional intelligence to the maximum. And in our case, what I'm taking is that your understanding and manage your own emotion. If you have a short temperament, there are a lot of people who have lost their career, a good growth career, simply because they could not understand and manage their own emotions. So if they get angry, they would be angry, and totally winning situation goes into a lose situation. So emotional management is also quite very important component in, I'll put up those 5 key elements of emotional intelligence. Self-awareness, analyze yourself, know yourself very well. Where is your shortfall? Some people have, for example, communication skills a shortfall, so they can not be proactive in certain group talk. There are some people who have excellent communication skill, but when it comes to public speaking, they have the phobia or the fright. So you have to understand your self-awareness, self-regulation. We need to discipline ourselves, proactive in disciplining ourselves, motivation. A leader, which you all are focusing at some stage of your life to be a leader. And a leader is having the excellent quality of motivation. A leader is not who leads. A leader who takes everyone along with him or her to further growth. And of course, the emotional intelligence also teaches us empathy. Now, empathy, all of us know that empathy refers to getting into the same situation and feeling the scenario that is going through and taking a decision of that sort. Sympathy is just showing somebody a sympathy. Some people don't like it, that you become a sympathetic towards them. No, because some people feel if you get sympathetic to someone, you are feeling sorry for him or her and so on. But empathize, which means you have gone into the shoes of the same person who's going through a particular scenario. Like, for example, you have gone to someone's condolence meeting. Now, there, if you start questioning the person, what happened, why, and how, and why did you not take medical attention, and so many things. So this is, you think you are showing sympathy, but no, the scenario does not permit you to do that. Because as it is, the person whom you have gone to give your condolences is at loss of something. So you empathize, you feel, oh, what situation he's going through, and then you say, okay, give me the number of people you would like me to call and inform, or give me at least some idea whom I should call and inform about this. So these are all empathies, right? To understand and manage your own emotion is also important in understanding emotional intelligence. And then, of course, your relationship management. This in the beginning only I said, relationship management plays a very important role. Everyone has a different faith for different relationship. I mentioned younger people who are younger than your age, you have a different faith for them. Those who are your colleague, you have a different faith for them. And those who you are dealing with, they are senior in your age group, you have a different approach towards them. So relationship management also is an emotional intelligence. You cannot just have fun, which you do with your colleague. You cannot have the same approach to your boss or to your senior, and likewise to your parent. So all this relationship management is also your personality development. Confidence, another area, another component. Yes, be confident about yourself. Likewise, be confident, are more likely to have better relationship. Yes, your approach is with a confidence, you will definitely feel, yes, I'm understanding the situation. Also manage your stress. A lot of our problem in the modern era that we are going through, a lot of problems have come because of the stress. Yes. So stress management is also quite very important in your confidence. Okay. Do not put unwanted stress. You must have heard that famous Hindi dialogue, tension dene ka, lene ka nahi. So this is exactly what the message is coming from that dialogue. Stress management. Don't get stressed. Do not be hyper. Relax. One of the things that you must always practice is do not get stressed for reasons. If you have realized in your personality, understanding that this brings stress to me, keep away from that. Do not ever go into stressful scenario. Meet the challenges. Confident people embrace challenge. They are very good in decision making if you have confidence. This is a very important thing. If you are confident, yes, after making losses, you will see the confident Amitabh Bachchan had. And look now where he is. He was almost bankrupt. But now look at his confidence. I'll give this example of Amitabh Bachchan. Yes, why not? And now he has got crores of rupees because of his confidence. This is what a good businessman has, the confidence. He knows he's taking a challenge. He's taking a risk, but he knows I'm confident that with this challenge that I'm taking a decision. I'm confident. Yes, it will be successful. So what are the tips for building your confidence? Someone would ask. Accept yourself. Whatever you are, accept that. I'm 5'6" accept it. Don't apply for a job, military job, because there you need a police job, for example. This is just an example where you need a height to be minimum 5'8" or 9". Or an air hostess. If you'd like to be an air hostess, they would ask you to be scar free on your whole body. No scar, no glass wearing. Height also more than 5'4". So accept yourself, whatever you are, accept. Set your realistic goal, which you can achieve. Set those type of goals. Practice positive self-talk. Don't allow negativity to come around you. Negativity really takes you back step and you try to start defending, which is a failure of your confident level. Then another very important thing is face your fears. What you call phobia. A lot of people are afraid. Face it. If any situation has come up, face it. We are all human beings. Worst come to shove, you think of the final, what could come in. Face your fears. And facing your fear means, yes, I can meet this situation and I can try to be out of this fear of mine. People having fear of going for cruise. People have fear of going to bungee jumping. People have fear of water. Certain people have fear of height and so many things. And people face those. Yes, come, I'll show it to you. You are young, healthy, you are 27, 30 years. You can do a bungee jumping. There's nothing wrong. You're not 50 plus and so on. You're not a heart patient. Nothing will happen. Do a bungee jumping. And likewise, confidence also comes in when you prepare yourself very well. Not to forget, surround yourself with positive people. Negativity is very much infectious thing. So my dear student, keep those negative thinkers away from you. Do not allow negative energy to come into you. Always think positive. Look into positive element in everything. Negativity, bring that negativity into a positive thinking, and surely I assure you, you will be building a confidence into you, which is required for your personality development. Then we take attitude, mental position with regard to a fact or state. This is quite important. Attitude is very much wrongly taken in our day-to-day lives. Attitude, we think attitude means someone who is heavy-headed. No, that's not an attitude. Attitude means mental position to see for a fact or a state of feeling or emotion toward the fact. Attitude about belief. For example, you are a vegetarian. So if you say, I am a vegetarian, and that's a good attitude, because there is nothing called bad attitude. Attitude is certain things they always want. I was approached by a hotelier from Dubai, and he said, I want your student who have an attitude. Now here in our, most of the people, attitude, matlab, they think heavy-headed person who thinks too big of himself or herself. No, that's not an attitude. Attitude is what you are. You believe into that as a belief. I'm a vegetarian. I don't care. If no vegetarian food is allowed, I will not adjust for non-veg food. I believe. So I will request in advance on flight that I am a vegetarian. So believe. And you have to take an attitude. Behavioral tendency towards socially significant objects, group, or event. We go this. That's your attitude. Yes. For example, we have a specific acceptable dress code around. We cannot take certain dress code which are practiced in certain societies. And we have an attitude towards that. Yes, we will not be wearing all those sort of uh, clothes which are not accepted and not even liked by me. So I have an attitude towards that. So the way, in a nutshell, attitude is the way a person thinks or feels about a specific person, place, action, or experience. So if you say, I'm a vegetarian, there is no attitude in it. Yes, he is a vegetarian. Okay, I go with my family. Social media, a lot of social media pages you would see women putting very clearly married, and they take a picture with a woman so that nobody should approach and write to them with certain other mindset. Okay, so that's an attitude, perfectly fine. So understand that attitude in that sense only in your personality development. Then we have social attitude, etiquettes. Greet people with a smile and a hello. Do not be heavy-headed. That will make your personality pleasant and charming. Table manners, practice good table manners. There is always a good table manner. We know all that's your personality. Lot of things I don't have to talk. Dress I have already spoken. Listening is quite important. You see, if you listen, not hear, if you listen, you can answer rightly. You can always ask, please, can you say it again? But you just think, oh, I thought you said this, that's why I answered this way. It's quite wrong because you did not hear. And whenever in your personality, in your social etiquette, keep your phones away. I know quite a lot of people who don't look at their WhatsApp or mail through mobile phone for the time they are meeting to someone. They put it on. So all these are social etiquette. Likewise, the social etiquette in your good personality development is to understand when you travel what is yes and no in other cultures. What is yes in the culture of Thailand, you only practice that. To meet to someone, like when we say namaste, in Thailand they do something called, they also fold hand, but it's a different name. And the movement of the hand, wherever it is placed on the body, refers to the person whom you are meeting. So that's again understanding the social etiquette. Now, with who, what is the foundation of your personality? How is your personality getting founded? I told you that we look at our genes. It plays a significant role. Just like you inherited physical trait from your parent, your genes also influence your behavior, emotion, and preference. Yeah. So you find people, this is a general statement uh, with the, to understand. It is believed that yes, people from South, they are polite because their parents have taught them to be polite, be realistic, and so on. And some other parts of India, you will find people arrogant, misbehaving. I won't identify for a simple reason that we are trying to understand this whole thing of genus. How does it go? Environment, the artist of your personality makes an environment, your surrounding. You get your, and this is a foundation of your personality. You get and move around with people with bad habits, with bad cultural practices. You will polish your personality according to that environment. Then also social interaction. We learn, there are various ways of learning. One of the learning is from your social interaction. For example, you visit, you know that how to meet females, Western tourists, when they come here, they are told that in India, it's not accepted practice to shake hand to a person whom you don't know. And likewise, when you go to Japan, they bow down and wish each one person with bowing down. So all these are interaction in your foundation of personality. So once again, I take something of example of personal development the goal you set up. I'll be a little faster, dear student. Resolve conflict. If you have misunderstanding with someone, if you'd like to grow, get conflict resolved. Do not tie it up on your chest and have a feeling all your life that A is not good to you, so I will not talk to him. Resolve the conflict. Speak up. Open up. Improve the time management. Oh, time stealers, you have to identify in your personality development. Too much of time should not be given to certain things which doesn't require. Listen actively, make better decisions. Yes, it's very important to make a good decision. And for that, you need a good personality development. Develop a reading habit. We have given up on this. This is my observation. We don't read a lot. What we read through social media not is always correct. Always search for one or two source of reading for a certain thing which we like to form an opinion. So read it. Like books reading is now almost out of question. Many people are not reading books, leave alone going to library. That used to be early days when people used to go to libraries. So pick up this good reading habit. Our mind, our brain has, if you put input from different sources by reading, your approach in consuming that and sharing with others, including your personality development, will be more, because you have read more, you have more thinking, you have learned various things that you would practice. So that is very important. Meet new people, yes. Meet different type of people from different culture, different food habits. So you learn about different things. That's personality development. When you go down to, say, Russia, you know what Russians, how do they practice? Improve public speaking. I've already spoken. Learn new things. We have to learn. I mentioned this in the beginning, that when we started our career, IT or communication, ICT wasn't existing, but we have learned new skill. Develop growth mindset. Keep your mind always to think of a growing. Improve teaching skill. Now, we all at some stage of our life are teachers as well, mentors to someone. For our younger brothers, sisters, or our students in my case, or to someone who is seeking some opinion from you. Like you would be acting as a mentor to someone who would like to come to Gulf. So teaching skill also is quite important. And develop courage. A lot of people are hesitant in developing courage. Himmat nahi hoti, what they say in Hindi. Himmat nahi hoti. No. Develop courage. Face it. Then different things, life experiences, building resilience and confidence. I've already spoken that life ups and downs will keep coming. It should not disturb your personality for a long time. Of course, you would get a shock of life. Sometimes you would lose someone as a family member. Sometimes you would have some loss, something that you would feel. But then you have to understand this life and ups and downs. Education and learning, unlock your potential, find out more about yourself, read. Oh, I could have relearn and relearn. I will learn new skills and so on. The picture which I have given you suggests you that, yes, you are taking a stone, rolling it and taking it up onto the mountain and so on. And of course, keep in touch with media and technology that is shaping up your interest. Whatever your interest is, read and learn through media and technology. We have tremendous technology available at the moment, not to forget the artificial intelligence. Of course, to some area, artificial intelligence is turning down toward a wrong side, but you don't look at that. You look into your personality development through artificial intelligence and look into media, into positivity in your. So I now talk about the 10 important personality development skills. Very quickly, some of them I've already spoken. Look into your personality development, because the more you start learning and improve your personality, then you have more employment opportunities for whatever thing that you would have learned as the growth area. Increase self-awareness. this is a learning step that goes on all the time in your life. Self-awareness. I didn't know that I can polish myself, and now I'm a polyglot. I can speak more than one or two, three languages. Oh, I tried and I'm successful. Of course, to be a polyglot and not it is everyone's cup of tea. Despite people living in Gulf, I know number of people cannot speak proper Arabic. I'm not saying the broken Arabic which masses speak, but if you have this skill of learning foreign languages, that is your self-awareness. So learn and take up on that. Confidence building, boost up best out of oneself. It is good to yes, do not be overconfident. This is very good message. Do not be overconfident because अरे सब मालूम है हमको. I know everything. I know. अरे yes, this I know. This I know. No, do not be overconfident. Because in your learning process, you will never know what is someone's approach towards it. For example, I've learned information technology by sitting with youth who are much experienced than me. I did not say, I know everything. No. I sit next to them and I see, oh, this is the key you did. So this is an outcome. Oh, I was not aware. Oh, this is a shortcut you do. And so on and so forth. So boost your confidence and a great communicator. I told you this language skill is very helpful when you build up your personality everywhere. Say vernacular. For example, if you talk to a person from Maharashtra in Marathi, you will win a confidence of that person and you become more successful with that person or in that state because you speak Marathi. I'm just giving you this as an example as a communicator and so on. Help to achieve the life goal. When a person works on a personal development, embark on a journey towards goal. I told you these goals, what they were. So you have to work towards boosting confidence and live stress-free life. It's impossible, I know, in modern going ages that stress-free, but then reduce stress as much as possible. Heavens are not going to fall if you miss one metro train. I'm talking to students from Dubai. Likewise, in Mumbai, if you miss one local train, you have not lost anything, but you have saved your life than getting into a crowded train where you are hanging. There's always an element. So be stress-free in that area. An action and goal-oriented outlook. Set up goals for yourself. Achievable goal in personality development. If you don't do that, then you are just like a vagabond. You are lost. So action without, vision without action means nothing in your personality development. Listen to characters like Shah Rukh Khan. He struggled. He says, I was fighting with myself. Look at the personality development it is that. My competition was with me as a Shah Rukh Khan. That I have done this, I'm competing the action that I did in so-and-so movie. In next movie, I would be putting up better and I would improve as my personality and performance. So support healthy work culture. Yes, I told you that you need to work in a healthy environment. Improves your interpersonal skill that I mentioned, like empathy, conflict, trust, and respect. I'm seeing some of the hands raising. Let me play this, then I'll talk to them. Increase adaptability. You need to adapt things. You cannot just say, no, I would go like this only. No, adapt. You have to be adaptable. Life is adaptability. जैसा situation है वैसे you have to mold in your personality, right? So at this point I have already spoken. I will not repeat them. So what would come out of all this? You become a better decision-making and problem-solving person. You would find yourself, if you put up time into your personality development, you will make a good decision. You will enhance respect and your inner peace of mind. Oh, I know. So what? If internet has gone, I can connect through my uh, the hotspot. I'm getting connected. You resolve and reflect, understand, set goals, build a support network. Do not think you are everything. You can do all. You have to have a team. Life is like that. Success comes in your personality. Also, some people would have helped. Some people work and help to you. Break down your life into different things. I have done that. I allocate time for myself in my personality development, the time that is meant for me. Use positive words, use imagination and visualization. So all these are the benefit that you would get when you work toward your personality development. And now we said what step to develop? Set clear goals. We have spoken on goals, so set them for you. Whatever is achievable, those type of a goal. Do not look at things which you cannot do, right? Then embrace the feedback. Read books. Stay positive. Reading books, I've already mentioned, these habits have got down. I'll pick up, before we close for the day, I will be picking up two real life examples. And I picked up our late President APJ Abdul Kalam. He is a person who came from a village in Tamil Nadu, and he became the spaceman, rocket man, and then politically the president of India. He has a lot of inspiring stories. I'm sure most of us would have gone through that. A scientist, politician, and a leader with a number of notable personality traits. If you listen to some of his clips, you would know how he has developed his personality. And mind it, he came from a normal walk of life. He was not born with a silver spoon in the mouth. He was not son of a royalty. He was a commoner from one of the villages in Tamil Nadu. But he became a successful real life example for all of us, and he reached to the highest ranking position in India. How he did it? Through his personality development. So all these I have spoken him. He was humble, he was dedicated, he was transparent. Nothing was hidden. Even after his death, what came out of it was all that he was gaining, he donated to different NGOs. He invited his friends, his relatives to President House. He paid money for them to go around and see Delhi because his villagers wanted to come while he was on a president's chair. He paid for them, not use his office. That was his down-to-earth, humble approach. He was a visionary. He gave us the scientific program and our rocket program. Another example which I picked up is from social media is Oprah Winfrey. She is also an finest example. She has shared with her how much she has suffered as a child, as a female child, what atrocities she has gone through, but she polished. Now things are coming to light that in her personal notification, she was a donor. So many of them gathered and none was knowing that she was donating so much of money. So she was initiator in many things. Linguistic intelligence was very good. She interviewed our Aishwarya Rai also, if you know, those of you would have seen. She has spoken, of course, not to many such more people, but I'm just giving example. So it's supportive and sensitive to the needs of others. This is an empathy. And you know how successful Oprah Winfrey is. Transform. So in nutshell, once again, before we conclude, personal transformation can have a number of positive effects: building confidence, transform approach, avoid inactivity. A lot of people we would like to go into lethargic zone, which is a biggest enemy of your personality development. Do not go into lethargy and into comfort zone. You have to come out of comfort zone. Those of you would have listened to Shah Rukh Khan. He says, there is nothing called fever, there's nothing called hungry, Nothing. When you have to work, you have to work. You don't care. Sleep, nothing. So, yes, these are all some element of personality development. Personal transformation, you can become more stronger, reshaping your thoughts and belief. Whatever you thought in the past could be negative and could be a hindrance in your personality development. Come out of that. In nutshell, come out of all those beliefs and thoughts that were stopping you in growth. Shed them out, transform a new life into your success. So what are the key takeaway? This is my last slide. It helps to build confidence. A journey of self-growth will be falling into you. And then the 10 points that I've spoken, take them into action. Your personality development is important because with your personality, only you become more confident, creative, compassionate, and you would unlock a world of opportunities that you were not knowing. So let's take an oath. Our journey starts today. Start with a small step of self-improvement. Join any workshop, any gathering, anywhere you can learn a thing. Practice mindfulness and seek mentorship. If you feel that you need some assistance, you find out a mentor, because remember, growth is a lifelong process that I said in the beginning itself. So our journey starts today, and remember, your growth is a lifelong. Thank you very much for listening to me. Once again, I am Professor Shaikh Rahmatullah. It was wonderful talking to you. I'll take if there are any question at the moment. Anybody having any question? Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you, Sharif, for your message. Anybody else? Right. So thank you
You
once
can
again.
ask. I have unmuted. You can ask.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hello.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I want to know, please repeat. Can you social etiquette?
Sorry, please come again. I didn't hear you well.
Yes. Yeah. Social etiquette, please.
Social etiquettes refer to how you interact with people, how you see the society around you. For example, as I gave an example, in India, we don't shake hands with females whom we don't know for the first time, unless. So the social etiquette in that situation, in your personality, is you don't shake hand and you say, I'm so and so. It is believed that if a female gives you hand first, you shake hand. That is some of the social etiquette that moves around in a society. Every society has its own etiquettes. And this is what social etiquettes mean. What is practiced in that society is social etiquettes. In that society, what is practiced, you
Please.
adopt to that in your personal. If you are in Arab world, you cannot just go and shake hand with every Arab lady. Even if you are on a professional platform, I've seen in Arab ladies, they put their hand on the chest when they wish you. Not many. This is what I was observing when I was in Gulf. The things have totally changed now in Gulf world. But yes. So likewise in India, you just say hello. And if the lady gives you hand, then you say, otherwise you say namaste by folding hands. Is it clear to you what is social etiquettes?
Yes, exactly, sir. What are you saying? Right, sir. The social culture also like that. But I want to like to add some one point, please.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. When you like to study in personality for this HRM, so is there is one option is grading. So I would like to say as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, he was in the Sahih Bukhari, he was whoever is the best man, he is the best who feed to other, and then salam. It means تعام علي وتعتاموا سلم علي تعرف ولا ما تعرف. It means at first feed to them, he is the best person. Then who say greeting, it means salam alaikum, namaste, like that, he is the best person. Even know or don't know.
Mhm.
So I think it's also the great point for our sociality point.
Yes. You see, this is exactly, for example, we do, I mean, now you have picked up a leaf from the Islamic history. Let me tell you the social etiquettes, even Islamic world. For those who
Yeah,
are, yeah. So Islamic world also, for example, females etiquette are told that you don't open up a door and talk. You can close the door and talk to that. So in Western world today, this may not be accepted. Why the door was not open to me? Why reply came in from inside? But this is what the etiquettes are. So I'm not here to teach all that, but definitely uh, a good example you have given. Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Anybody else
Hi,
has a
hi, sir. My name is Shahin. I have one question.
yes, please?
Do you have any recommendation for the public speaking skill? How I can improve the public speaking? One, and do you have any recommendation for the courses?
I can share with you public speaking, but public
Okay,
speaking, they would be doing a presentation in lifting up your capacity. You see,
okay.
most important thing is public speaking. What you need is the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And as a person with so much of experience, I can tell you one very simple answer that
Okay.
your confidence is the prime role in public speaking. You see, the more confident you are,
Mm-hmm.
then your public speaking quality will improve. And I can give you in writing, if you
Mm-hmm.
talk sense, I repeat, if you talk sense, there will
Okay.
be people giving ear to you. Like I was speaking to you just now. You
Okay.
were all listening to me because I was talking something relevant to the topic. So
Got it. Yeah.
that is one important thing. You can polish yourself in relevant public speaking skill is only when you talk sense with choice of words, with correct situation, and with message in as much possible in a nutshell as possible. Don't drag things when you speak in public unless you have to explain and according to your audience. For example, if I'm addressing graduates, my approach in public speaking will be to that IQ status. But if I talk to students from fifth and sixth standard, I may have to go some step back and pick up that type of public speaking. So, in a nutshell, my observation is, and I've said to so many of my students, that public speaking is very simple if you have confidence and matter to subject to talk. There is no magic formula.
Thank you.
Build up,
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah.
build up your confidence, pick up right words, choice of words, selection of words, message conveying. People will listen to you. I have find this really helpful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was very insightful, and thank you so much, sir, for
I
this.
hope you all enjoyed my talk. Thank you very much.
Very well, very well. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we sign off. Thank you.